Hey guys, this is Jen from JCats Creations, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a very easy ribbon wreath. I'm going to be going with a patriotic theme. I've actually already made two of these. This will be the third. I'm putting them all on my front porch, and then actually at the end of this video, instead of normally putting it up on the wall to look at it, I'm actually going to be taking you guys out to my front porch so I could show you all three of them together to, just kind of get an idea of what it looks like when it's hanging up. So once again, like I said, very easy. Doesn't take very long to make. I mean, if you want to take your time, that's fine. Totally up to you. But I just wanted to share this because I thought this was kind of a, just kind of a simple thing that pretty much anybody can do. So to start off, I will be using a 14-inch wire frame from the Dollar Tree. So we've got one of those. You will need a good pair of scissors for all of your ribbon cutting. I will be using pipe cleaners. As usual, you are also more than welcome to use zip ties. I will actually be incorporating the pipe cleaners into this one. I know normally we're always looking to either hide them or cut them off or something, but I will be incorporating them this time. You don't have to. Once again, it's completely up to you, but just so you know, I will be using those. I have my ribbon. I've pre-cut most of it, but I'll just do one bunch of them so you guys could see. So this is one of the ribbons I'm using. It will be 12 pieces. This is 1.5 inch wired ribbon, and I cut it 29 inches long. And then the second one is this one. This is 2.5 inches wide wired ribbon, also cut at 29 inches long, and also at 12 pieces. So I will be using 2 of each in the bundles that I'm making. I also have a pencil, and that will be to curl the pipe cleaners, which I'll show at the end. Once again, optional. So I already have most of it cut, so I just have a couple pieces left here just to show. Now I've got 3 that I'm going to do at one time. This is a thinner ribbon. When I was cutting it before, I was actually doing like 4 and 5 at a time. And I've told you guys before, any more than you can do of 1 at a time, it's going to be a little bit faster. And so then I just cut like that from the folded edge out to, and then that's how you get that little V or dovetail, whatever you want to call it. And then I flip it over to the other side and line them up. Same thing. And then just cut. So those are now ready to go. And I just want to take a minute to explain. Originally I was cutting the pieces at 30 inches long. Now if you do the math, if you cut the pieces at 30 inches long and you need 12 pieces out of a 10-yard roll of ribbon, it should be exactly what you need. Unfortunately, it doesn't always work out that way. On the other ones I was making, I wasn't really paying attention. I was just kind of cutting. And then I realized that I was coming up short on my last piece. So then I tried again. And here we go, just as an example. This was the last piece of one of the rolls. And I ended up on this one, I'll just measure real quick. This one ended up being 4 inches short. And this one ended up being, what was it? This is about 8 inches short. So, unfortunately, we think we are getting 360 inches of ribbon, but unfortunately we are not. So that's why for the tutorial, I went and I cut it 29 inches of all the pieces. And at 29 inches, you should have about 12 inches left on the roll. This is what I had from this one. And this is what I had from this one. So as you can see, not 12 inches. So I will say go with the 29-inch cuts if you if you really only just have one roll of each of the ribbon that you want to use, just to make sure that you don't run out or you don't have that piece at the end that's kind of short. If you do end up with short pieces, I mean, you could probably still incorporate it into it and it's not going to make that much of a difference. It was more just the irritation for me that I just kind of, you know, I'm not getting what I paid for, sort of a thing. So just a heads up on that. If you have more than one roll of each and you want to cut the 30 inches and you're going to have to go into another roll, totally up to you. But just kind of wanted to put that out there that, you know, the 30 inches is not going to work. So definitely go with the 29. So, let's see, move that a little. So the pipe cleaners, we will be making 12 bundles, okay? 2 pieces of ribbon in each bundle, 1 of each. And I will be putting 2 pipe cleaners in between each of the 6 sections of this wreath frame. So we'll start here. And then I just go around the 2 middle bars like I have here, okay? And I give it a few twists. And now I'm going to take one of the 2.5 inch ribbons, this one. And this is just kind of an old school trick to make a very quick and easy little bow, because that's all we're going to be doing is just making little bows and putting them on the whole thing. So this is like really easy and pretty much anyone can do this. So when you make these, okay, we'll do that. I just line up the way I folded, and I just try to line up where the end is even with the loop parts, and that's all I did. I just took it, folded it, and they're pretty much even. It's okay if it's not completely, totally perfect. So then this little kind of triangle part here, that's where I scrunch. So I'm just going to scrunch it up, and then you have yourself a little bow. Now the best way to make sure that, you know, both sides of your loops are even, it's not easy to see through your own hand. So flip it over to the back. You see how this side is a little bit shorter than that side. So I'm just going to slide my thumb over a little bit, and then, you know, just do a little fluff check, and that's it. They're pretty well even, and we're good to go. So what I did to kind of make sure that I had enough coverage and everything looked kind of even, I'm going to do where, fix that. So for the first one, I'm going to put it on, and tails are facing into the wreath, okay? So I'm going to put this on, and I'm just going to do a quick twist on it because I'm going to be opening it right back up. So quick twist, and tails are facing in, okay? So now on the tails, I'll show you up here. You've got one that's always going to come under a loop, and then you have one that's always going to go over the loop. So the one that goes over the loop, we're gonna flip that to the other side. Okay, so now you have your tails going across from each other like that, and then you have your loops. So now for the second piece, the 1.5 inch, the star, same thing, gonna make the little bow. Just kind of eyeball, line it up. Sometimes it comes together quicker than other times. This is the 3rd one I've made in 2 days, and you know, it still takes me a little bit, and there's nothing wrong with that. And like I said, you just kind of find your little center, scrunch it up, flip it around, and check your loops. They look pretty good. I'm happy. So now with these, we've got the tails are facing me right now. So I'm going to put this in, and it's facing me. So now I'm going to tighten this up because I'm done with adding stuff. And I'm going to leave these sticking straight up because I'm going to curl them at the end. If you don't want anything to do with them, tuck them to the back, cut them off, do whatever you normally do. So the same thing on this one, you have the tail that comes underneath the loop, and then you have the tail that's over the loop. And I'm just gonna push this one over. So then these are now going across from each other. And I'll give it a little fluff, but because you know, we're going to be pushing them and adding stuff and whatever. You don't have to go crazy right now with all the fluffing. You know, you could save that more for the end. So I've got that, you know, just about next to this bar. And then I'm going to do the second one also on the same section. Okay, and then the same thing. I'm just making little bows. That's it. Super easy. Anyone can do this. Okay. Looks pretty even. Not bad. Scrunch it up. Check the back. I could slide a little bit. That's fine. Works for me. And now, because this first piece, the tails were facing in, I'm going to put this on with the tails facing out. So you're just going to do that on the whole wreath. You're just going to alternate the pieces, and that's kind of the way, you know, my very first one was kind of a trial and error. The second one I just made before, and I started doing this, and I felt like I had more coverage and I didn't have to kind of fiddle with all of the ribbon to cover the frame. So I do like this way. Like I said, it just gives you the coverage without having to mess with everything too much. So I'm just going to pull that top tail over like I did before. Just a little fluff. Don't get crazy with it. You could do all that at the end. And then the same thing. Just eye it up. Looks good. There you go. Looks good. And so the same type of thing. When I put the first one in, I had the tails facing me, and now I'm going to flip them and have them facing out. So you're just going to be alternating this pattern for all of the other sections for the wreath. There's only 5 more to go, 10 more to add. So it's really not terrible. And I'll just mess with these just a second. And even if you find out, like, you know, I put this on and it looked even, but now it sort of looks like this one might be a little bit bigger than that one. So that's where you just kind of come in and you just, you know, mess with everything a little bit. You know, you can always fluff it to where it looks the way you want it to. And then what I'm going to do, I just kind of fix it a little. I take this second one, I push it over to where, you know, they're about equal. And then if you are using pipe cleaners like I am, like right now they're a little slidey, and so I'll just kind of push in on them, and it does tighten them up a little bit. But this is one of those things that once all the bundles are on, it's really not going to go anywhere, so I won't worry about it too much. And then all I'm going to do is the same exact thing for the other 5 sections of the wreath. So I'm going to go away, I'm going to get that done, and then, like I said, I will be showing you the end result on the house when I'm done. But when I come back, I will just show you curling these, if anyone's interested on that. So I'll get this done and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I got all of the rest of the ribbon on the frame. I didn't time myself, but it really didn't take long. I would say you could probably make the whole wreath in about an hour or less if, you know, you were really moving. But it's totally up to you. Now, I did go and I curled all the pipe cleaners that I had left sticking out, and I just have 1 bundle left, so I have the 2 ends here. So all I do is take a pencil, a pen, anything round, you know, that you could wrap the pipe cleaner around, and I'm just rolling it onto the pipe cleaner. I'm sorry, rolling the pipe cleaner onto the pencil. And then I pull it, and it kind of just gives it like a little curlicue spring thing. But like I said, it's completely optional. You don't have to do this. Since I'm not adding anything else to these wreaths, that's why I just decided to keep them in, just to give it a little something. I did want to keep these pretty simple and quick and easy to make. But you're more than welcome, you know, if you had like a glittery ribbon and maybe you wanted to put some glitter balls in there, or if you wanted to add a sign. I mean, you could even have a mesh layer and then put all that on if you wanted something a little thicker and puffier. So, I mean, there's a lot of options here. So I would say this is kind of like the base of, you know, what you could do with this wreath. But if you wanted to do more, you could. If you want to keep it just like this, like I am, you totally could do that too. So there are a lot of options, like I said. And just to give you a little bit of a close-up, and that's it. They're just little curly cues. So all I'm going to do now, I'm going to take this upstairs, I'm going to put it on the porch, and then I'll show you guys what all three of them look like. So I will be right back. Hey guys, so I'm on my front porch now, and as you can see, it's a pretty good sized porch, so that's why I had wanted to make 3 of the wreaths. So I can't really get everything, you know, straight on shot, so this is kind of going down the house. And so this is actually the second one I made, and this was the first one. Now these 2 were both made with the 30-inch strips of ribbon, and now this last one is the one that I just showed you guys how to make. And the chain's a little bit in the way, but that's 29 inches. So as you can tell, it does not make a difference. Looks exactly the same as the other ones. And just to give you a little side view, see, everything gets covered up. I mean, it covers a whole lot better than you would think. I was actually kind of surprised myself when I did it. So I actually hit the wrong button and stopped recording. So as I was saying, these are the finished wreaths, and I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, leave it down in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.